Hey, what's up guys? InFEARno in the house. And this is part 3 of my Scoutzknivez tutorial. In this video, I'll discuss the tips of shooting with the scout. So, so a scout is the only weapon you get other than a knife in this map. So aiming to shoot with the scout is very important. So here I'll give you some tips on how you can get better with the scout. So there are two types of shooting. The first type shooting is the flicker shot. It's where you pop around the corner and you see a target and you flick your mouse there and you shoot him. Pop around the corner and you see a target right there, flick your mouse right there. You can do this with zooming or with non-zooming. I like to zoom because it gives you the crosshair so you can aim a little better. But flicker shot is mainly using your reflexes. So to get better at flicker shot, you first have to do it really slowly. So you pop around the corner, aim, and then shoot. Okay, do that for until you get better, and then eventually you'll get faster and your reflexes will kick in. Okay, second type of shot is the waiting shot. Is where you pop. This is better for moving targets. You just put your mouse right there. If an enemy is coming through, and when it hits the center of your crosshair, just pull the trigger. And I will demonstrate that later in a practice server. So these two shots are basically the gist of what I'm going to talk about here. So combine them together. You can also use flicker shot for moving targets, but just make sure you flick really hard because they're moving, and make sure you do it really fast. And okay, so I'll give you some tips now on how you could shoot better. But this is not really about shooting, but it's more about strategy. So always find cover. That's the tip number 1. You don't want to run around open like an idiot, like, oh, where are the enemies, and try to find them and shoot in the open, because I guarantee you'll not get like many kills, and you'll die pretty soon. And this is just a method to get you to rage quit. So always find cover, like behind this block, and peek and shoot. Peek, use your flicker shot, and shoot. Okay, and always try to go for higher spots, because when shooting lower targets, you're using the terrain as your cover, because only your head is peeking out. When you look down, their whole body is exposed to your gunfire. So higher places means better cover for you. But if you're gonna go to higher places, make sure that nobody else is like on other higher places, because if they are, you have to take them out first before you can secure your cover. So tip number 2, stay no more than 2 seconds in one spot. So that's about 2 shots. So when you find a cover, you shoot twice, or sometimes even once if you hit them, and then immediately move. because you don't want to stay in one place too long. Because if you do, people strafing around will eventually find you, and they might stab you in the back with a knife, and that's pretty embarrassing. So, okay. So here's tip number 3. Always zoom in and shoot. Okay, some people think it's pretty newbie that you zoom in and shoot, but it's really it's not very newbie when you kill them. So I'll shoot the O in my name. Okay, this is with the zoom. I get right on the dot. This is without the zoom. Okay, I think I got one shot right on the dot. I think that was the first one, but after that, see where the bullets went. And the further you go, the higher the recoil. So only no scope when you're like medium distance, like between the door and the wall. Like this far, you can no scope. But anything farther than that, try to scope in every time because it reduces the recoil. So tip number 4: don't shoot while you're air strafing. At least for air strafing, you can shoot if you're using half sideways air strafing or sideways air strafing, but don't shoot when you're using a standard air strafing. I'll show you the consequences of that. Okay, so right now I'm using standard air strafing, and watch where my bullets go. Not where you want them to. The accuracy is about 1 in like 10 shots, so just save your time, and the longer you fly, the more chances that people are gonna hit you. So okay, now I'm gonna strafe the half sideways, which is holding on W, and now you shoot is much more accurate. So still not as accurate as when you're standing on the ground, but if you're gonna strafe and shoot, do it with the half sideways or the sideways, which is just pressing down W. So so yeah, don't strafe and shoot unless you're strafing half sideways and sideways, but I don't even recommend that because it's very unlikely that you'll get them unless you're like point blank range. So yeah, okay, now I'm gonna show you some gameplay footage on how to utilize these tips I just told you. Alright, I'm back. And now for some gameplay footage. I'll show you how to utilize these methods. So as I said before, always scope in. It's just a habit you should have. And always try to find cover. So don't run in the open. So always hide behind a wall or something. And when people are strafing around knifing you, I know they're a hard target to hit, but don't panic. Just wait for them to get closer until you can get a shot on them. And see right there were 3 CTs I saw, so hide to leave and don't be a hero. That's how you keep your death rate low. Always check your surroundings. Like right there, I didn't check my surroundings. The one before this one, and the guy shot me. So just take your time, aim, and then shoot. Eventually get faster. Dude, this guy took both of my kills. A jerk. That one too. And try to get to higher places, cause as I said before, that your body is covered by the floor. So it automatically serves as cover for you, while the people underneath are fully exposed to your gunfire. And make sure you remember to switch positions, because if you stay in one place too long, the people will eventually guarantee to find you, because it's such a small map. And don't worry if you don't hit them in the head. Just aim for their body, because it only takes 2 shots to kill someone. Alright, so that brings me to the conclusion of my part 3 of my Scoutzknivez tutorial. So thanks for watching, and see you guys in part